and the fans of particularly Toibat Primary School are eagerly waiting for the presentation of the gold medal and of course the trophy after a hard-won victory against Ebute Metta Primary School.
Okay, we have the Executive Governor of Lagos State. Barrister Batunde Raji Fashola receiving an award from the CEO of Channels Television, Mr. John Momo.
The champions, Toibat.
It's appreciation of their support for football, support for sports, support for channels, and the champions are up now on their feet, very ready to be crowned here as the kings of the 2014 edition, or the sister edition of the Channels National Kids Cup. And the Delta State Executive Governor, Emmanuel Uduaghan, presents the gold medal to Toibat Primary School of Lagos.
Toibat have been active participants since the second edition.
Governor Uduaghan just got a very, very interesting news from the courts yesterday. And he remains Delta State Executive Governor. And I'm sure he must be very, very happy being here. And he presents a medal to players of Toibat, the winners of the Channels National Kids Cup 2014. And the players, I tell you, are very excited over this unique opportunity, being crowned champions. And the goalkeeper still very much with his gloves. Yes, so we are progressing from all indications.
Okay, we have the Toibat team receiving their medals from His Excellency the Governor of Delta State, Governor Uduaghan. The players are happy, the fans are happy, the coaches are happy. The champions, 2014 Channels National Kids Cup, Toibat Primary School, Bagada, Lagos.
Right, the game very much, the presentation is on, and the captain of Toibat, talk about Owuseni Wahab, is standing. Wahab is going to be presented the trophy. He will receive the trophy on behalf of his school, and Toibat will receive it. Dr. Batunde Raji Fashola stands with him and hands the trophy with him, and of course with support coming from his counterpart from Delta, Dr. Emmanuel Uduaghan. And we're standing up for the champions here as Toibat Primary School gets crowned as champions of Channels National Kids Cup 2014.
Yes, good one for Toibat schools. And we're standing up for the champions on this beautiful day, May 27, 2014. We have the new champions of the Channels National Kids Cup, Toibat Primary School, Bagada, Lagos. A round of applause from the CEO of Channels Television, the Governor of Delta State, the Governor of Lagos State, and of course all the dignitaries. The boys are happy.
Golden Penny Semovita is high in fiber and fortified with vitamins. So get your game on with the meal for champions. Golden Penny Semovita, food for champions.
beautiful scenes. The kids are celebrating. And I'm standing with one man that is also an advocate for grassroots sports development, the governor of Delta State, His Excellency, Dr. Emmanuel Oduaghan. It's good to have you here with us.
Thank you very much.
What's the essence of catching them young?
Well, if you catch them young, they are in a position to groom them to what eventually you want them to become. When you catch them when they are not young, it's difficult to groom them. Once they are formed, it's difficult to groom them. But at this very tender age, it's easier to groom them. It's easier to deal with their sizes, their talents, and whatever. It's easier to deal with them, so it's better to catch them young.
And Delta State last year won this tournament, but this year they were knocked out by Ebuteweta. I saw you come around to give the kids some support. What's your message for grassroots sports development in your state now?
Look, we've always believed in grassroots sports development. What we say is it's better to catch them at the grassroots. So from primary school to secondary school, we are paying a lot of attention, concentration at that level of sports development. And I believe that every state, and that's why I want to congratulate Lagos State for winning this tournament, because they've always believed in grassroots development. Even Cross River State, at least for those 3 states, I know that I believe in grassroots development. Every other state can do it.
Thank you very much, sir. So that's it. The governor of Delta State, Dr. Emmanuel Oduaghan, a firm advocate of grassroots sports development, and he says Delta State will not stop at promoting grassroots football, even though they didn't make it to the final. I'll talk to another advocate of grassroots sports development. You all know him, the governor of Lagos State, Babatunde Raji Fashola, SAN. He will be excited. I know it's Lagos 1, 2, and 3 this year at the Channels National Kids Cup. Okay, so that's it. His Excellency Babatunde Raji Fashola with us now. Lagos first, second, and third. I'm looking into your eyes, sir, and I'm seeing you're saying to yourself, well done for the development you've done for grassroots sports in Lagos State.
Well, I think well done to all the coaches, the officials, and the teachers, and all of those who've done the very hard and brutal work in preparing the kids. But this is just the beginning of their life's lesson. And for me, the message is that for you to win, you have to learn how to lose. They lost last year, they won this year. The challenge even deepens, because now that they've won, the work becomes harder to retain what they have won. But the developmental work from grassroots continues, and I hope that coaches across the country will take the benefit of what Channels has put right on our plates. This is scouting work, really, that coaches ought to be doing from across the country, and Channels has taken the initiative to put it right on our television screens, on our phones, and I hope that coaches will be noting and monitoring as these children develop. I must commend the Channels television crew, the management and staff, and all of you guys, especially you, Austin, and Bitoe, and all of you. You've done a remarkable job here bringing all of this to our screens. And I think that everything that I have advocated, or almost all of it, can be done with football has happened here. Children have had a wonderful day. Families have bonded with their children. We've seen the power of sports development in the economy. All of the jerseys that were used here, made in Nigeria. And we can move on to boots and socks. There's been a lot of merchandising. All of the advertising and manufacturing brands are here. This really is the way to go, and we should do more of this.
Thank you very much, sir, for speaking to us. So that's it. The governor of Lagos State, His Excellency Governor Babatunde Raji Fashola, he says it all, that grassroots sports development is very, very key. And he's excited that Lagos emerged champions today. Not just champions, first, second, and third. So that's it, 6th edition of the Channels National Kids Cup, reaching you live from Teslim Balogun Stadium in Lagos. Toybats Nursery and Primary School are the champions of this edition. Okay, so we're standing with the representative of the governor of Abia State. So it's good to have you with us. So we're trying to understand the essence of grassroots sports development. What are we doing in Abia State?
Well, my good brother, in the first instance, I'm here at the instance of His Excellency Governor T.A. Onche, who would have been here today but for exigencies of duty. And of course, when you talk of grassroots development of sports, you have to reckon Abia State as number one, because it is an open secret that Abia State was the first state that was able to win the CAF championship back-to-back. And of course, as I speak with you, the governor of Abia State is successfully sponsoring two national teams, Eimba Football Club of Aba and the Warrior Football Club of Omaya. And these two teams are playing at the Premier League level of our national sport, football. So the governor is making sure that grassroots development takes place in sports, in all the ramifications, all departments of sports competition, including athletics, football, and any other thing you can think of, as long as sports is concerned. And that is why His Excellency, in his wisdom, asked me to represent him here today, because he appreciates the essence of sports development.
So that's it. That's what we're talking about today at the 6th edition of the Channels National Kids Cup. It's all about sports development. But remember, Channels Television can't do this alone. It is powered by Golden Penny Foods. And I'm standing with a representative from Golden Penny Foods. Good to have you here with us. And what's the reason for coming into the sponsorship of grassroots sports development?
Well, Golden Penny Foods, like you know, from Flam, has been at the forefront of sports development in Nigeria since 1960. Not only by providing food that would energize sportsmen, but also being actively involved in sports development. When Channels came with the idea of supporting this event, Golden Penny Foods found it worthy to support a cause like this, particularly for young people. You could see what happened here today in the finals. We believe not only in developing the body, but also the mind. And this provides a platform for these kids from all over the country to come out to Lagos to take part in this competition. And we believe that we are building champions together with Channels TV.
So that's it, representative of Golden Penny Foods. Talking about the reason for joining in the sponsorship of the 6th edition of the Channels National Kids Cup. I can't wait to join the celebration. I see fans of Toy Bath Nursery and Primary School singing and dancing. So let's join the celebration to wish Toy Bath Nursery and Primary School all the best as they make champions of the 6th edition of the Channels National Kids Cup.